CoastLife, we're always keeping you updated on some really great events happening in the area. Also, times to celebrate.
Yes.
We're doing both of those today because we have Kenny with us from Possum Point Players. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So Possum Point Players is celebrating a very important anniversary. That's why we're celebrating 50 years.
Correct.
Tell us just a little bit about the last 50 years.
So the group started 50 years ago. There were a group of about 12 people or so who were relatively new to the area and noticed there was no community theater in the area. So they met in one of the members' kitchens and said, what can we do to start a community theater group?
Wow.
They did some fundraising and then finally got the group started and did their first show 50 years ago. We're located, for those who don't know, we're located in Georgetown. We have a lovely theater there that's just off Route 113, just behind the Microtel. The theater seats 184 people. We have a lovely lobby. We have a snack bar. When patrons come, they can get some snacks, have a beer or a glass of wine while they see the show, or a cocktail, and enjoy themselves. We're really proud of our facility.
Yeah, it should be. That's a lot to accomplish in the last 50 years.
For sure.
Right.
And community theater, I think especially, is special. There's something that really connects the audience to the theater, and I think also for the actors on stage, and I mean everybody from the lighting crew to everybody involved in a community theater production. What are some of your maybe favorite aspects of community theater?
Well, I'm currently president of the organization, but I also am doing a lot of directing. I started out 46 years or so ago with the group. I was about 25 years old as an actor, a singer, maybe a little bit of a dancer in a musical, and then that sort of became my life then. And community theater has a tendency to do that. If you let it, it can become your family, and we think of ourselves as a family. So over the years, then I've moved from acting and got into directing more, and I'm happy to be directing this production of Ragtime now.
All right, yeah, let's talk about that because there's a way people can celebrate with you all. It's the upcoming show of Ragtime. Tell us about that.
Right, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary, and one of the things that we decided to do to commemorate the 50th was to pick a season. We do a normal season of 5 shows, to pick 5 shows that we had done over the past 50 years, ones that were popular with the audience, and bring them back. And Ragtime will be the 5th of that season. It's a wonderful musical. In my mind, it's probably the best music ever written for the Broadway stage. I have a cast of 48 people, ranging in age from 11 to 92 or 93.
That's awesome.
And actually, two of the founding members from 50 years ago are in the cast of this production of Ragtime.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
So maybe for folks who don't really know the show of Ragtime, tell us a little bit of what audience members can expect to see.
It's a wonderful musical. It takes place in the early 1900s. And it's basically the story of 3 groups of people. There's a group of higher class white people from New Rochelle, New York, a group of African Americans from Harlem, and a group of immigrants who come through Ellis Island and come to America to find a new life. And the story basically shows us how all 3 of those groups become co-involved. The interesting thing from the show too is that there are a number of real historical figures in the show: Booker T. Washington, Henry Ford, J.P. Morgan, the radical
makes an appearance.
Houdini makes an appearance,
Or rather, a disappearance.
right? Exactly. And a couple of there's a female anarchist, Emma Goldman, who was a real life figure, and Evelyn Nesbit, who was a vaudeville star at that period of time. So the story is the 3 groups of people, how their lives become intertwined, and then how these historical figures also fit in with all of them as well. It's beautiful music. As I said, it's a huge cast, lots of singing, so a little bit of dancing, lots of drama, lots of comedy. It's a great show.
That sounds like, and if you can't tell, one of us has seen it, the other hasn't. She's very excited, yes. That's really great. I think the coolest part about that, though, is the fact that people are coming back for the anniversary.
Yeah.
That must be really special.
It is. It's really special to us. We have, in the cast, there are several people who were in the original production 12 years ago. A couple of the leads are reprising their roles, and then other people are taking on different roles from 12 years ago when we did the production. And then lots of new people. We have cast members from as far north as Dover and as far south as some into Maryland. So we pretty much cover the gamut. Lots of people from the Lewis-Rehoboth area and from further west as well.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Lots changed in the last 50 years.
You're right, it has. It has. You know, we started out they started out as they had no money, so they worked at a carnival or something to raise money to do their first production, and now we own our own building, you know, and we're very successful.
Good. You should be very proud. That's a great accomplishment.
So what I forgot to mention too is the dates for the show. We open this coming Friday, and we do this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the following weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What we discovered was, I think, because the combination of the 50th anniversary and the popularity of the show, about 10 days ago, we had sold out all 6 performances.
Oh, wow.
There was
my
not
gosh.
there technically was not a seat to be had.
Oh, gosh.
So we added a matinee for the second Saturday. So on Saturday the 23rd, we'll be doing 2 shows, a matinee in the afternoon and an evening performance. Right.
Fantastic, Kenny. Thank you so much for teaching us about this and telling us about the show, and congrats on 50 years.
Yeah.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Of course. All right, we have a little bit more Coast Life heading your way, so we'll be right back.